Many buildings from the Old World are still visible today. Here are 10 living examples of ancient architecture. Number 10, Proserpina Dam. It was built in the 2nd century AD by Roman engineers to supply the city of Merida with water. The water held back by the dam fed into the Milagros aqueduct, some of whose towering arches still stand. Number 9, Theater of Marcellus. The Theater of Marcellus, built in 13 BC, was the largest theater in Rome at the time of its completion and able to hold almost 20,000 spectators. The Theater of Marcellus fell into disrepair in the 4th century AD and some of the building was dismantled for reuse. Number 8, Arles Amphitheater. Built in 90 AD, it could hold 20,000 people. The banks of seats allowed the action to be viewed from all sides. For over 400 years the amphitheater in Arles was home to games that ranged from animal fights to gladiator combats. Number 7, Theater of Epidaurus. The Theater of Epidaurus was constructed in the 4th century BC. Built on the site of a sanctuary dedicated to the healing deity Asclepius, the theater hosted singing and theatrical performances for centuries. Number 6, Diocletians Palace. Diocletians Palace was more than just a jolly retirement villa for an old man. Surrounded by stout walls, it held the ex-emperor's living quarters but also barracks for a sizable armed force to protect him. These walls were the key to the palace's survival. Number 5, Mayman Caves. In Mayman in Iran there are signs of human habitation from over 10,000 years ago. It is the caves of Mayman that are most interesting, and evidence shows that they have been in continual habitation for 3,000 years. Number 4, Mada and Sally. The majority of the Mada and Sally site is a vestige of the mysterious Nabatean civilization which existed around over 1,000 years ago. The site is the kingdom's largest and southernmost settlement after Petra. Number 3, Caseville Sant'Angelo. Caseville Sant'Angelo in Rome has gone through so many transformations that it is hard to imagine that it started its existence as a mausoleum for a Roman emperor. At various times it used to be a fortress for popes, a prison, and a museum. Number 2, Tower of Hercules Lighthouse. The Tower of Hercules, as it is now known, is the oldest functioning lighthouse in the world. Legend has it that the tower was built on the spot where Hercules slew the giant Geryon. Number 1, Horyu-ji. The pagoda at Horyu-ji in Japan is widely considered to be the oldest surviving, functional wooden building in the world. The tree it was taken from was felled in 594 AD. As Japan has been subject to powerful earthquakes, the survival of these buildings is almost miraculous.